Today, we're talking about raising that vibration. That is something that's been asked of me before. And so let's just talk a little bit about it. First off, everybody's heard that term high vibes or raise your vibration. But really, what is that? So let's understand what your vibration is. First off, your vibration is who you are right at this moment, it's your foundation. You can actually level up your vibration, but you cannot level it down. You don't go down in vibration, you stay up. So, for example, if you have already come to terms with your self worth, your authenticity, um, your emotional intelligence or fluidity, you're not going to lose that. That stays. Your vibration is there. You can only level it up. However, have you heard the term your frequency? Your frequency is a little bit different. Your frequency is more emotional and it can fluctuate. It can fluctuate throughout the day. It can just change because it's based on your current state. Things like joy or sadness. So even high vibrational folks can experience those lower frequency feelings and have off days. So if you're a spiritual person and you're find yourself not vibing, well, it's just your frequency. You're just experiencing some emotions. What makes it different with a higher vibe, you start to recognize that they're just emotions and you decide what you're going to do with them. So instead of letting those emotions run you. So that's the difference between a vibration and a frequency. Listen, you can have high vibes, you work on getting them up there, and then they're up there, baby. They're up there. All right. Number two that you want to know about your vibration is everyone emits a frequency. You've heard me talk that we're energetic that we're energetic beings. And so everyone emits a frequency. And guess what? We intermingle. So even your heart and your brain emit a frequency. Your heart rate variability also emits a sort of a frequency. Um, Stronger electromagnetic fields will influence the weaker ones. And so it's kind of like a tuning fork. A stronger tuning fork that's vibrating at a certain rate will cause a tuning fork that's weaker to start vibrating along with that rate. And this is a real phenomenon. Look, I can't talk tonight. But it's studied in bioelectric magnetics. And basically, the fact of one vibration starting to oscillate at the same frequency as another one is called entrainment or resonance or synchronization. And it does happen between our heart and our brain sometimes. We can get heart brain coherence. And it also happens when we're around other people. Those stronger vibrations will often overpower the weaker ones, and the weaker ones will start vibrating. So, for example, if someone, have you ever worked with that person? And I'm thinking of somebody I know right now who's energetic, they're fun, they don't dwell on the negative, they go for it, they're happy to be there, they're happy to be with you, and they're like, here's where problems, solution seeking, we're also about having fun. Well, if you come in a little bit down, a little lower, with that strong field, you'll start vibrating with them. The same goes for someone who comes in all negative and doom and gloom. And if they're oppressive and have that overwhelming frequency that's stronger than yours, then it will bring you down. And we've all experienced that. So if you're raising your vibration, it's important to recognize that you got to keep your field strong. You got to keep it strong, keep it tough. And it's also important to recognize that the people you're around will influence you. So, in your personal life and your family life, and even in your work life, if you can, you want to surround yourself with those that have healthier frequencies. Um, that's going to just uplift your frequency even more. Um, Tolerating those negative, lower frequencies can impact you and drag you down. So you want to raise it up, put yourself around higher frequency people. Third thing you want to know about raising your vibration is how you think impacts your frequency. So if you walk in, I know this nurse one time that walked in and said, "Oh God, let's see what we got for the shit show today." Or if you walk in and go, "I can't do this." That's a whole different frequency that you're developing, that you're nurturing, than one that says, "I am capable," or "I can't wait to see what magic is out there for me today." So, how you think impacts it greatly. So, how do we raise it? How do we raise it? Well, number one, you're going to have to watch your emotional state. So, for those of my friends, if this triggers you, I'm just saying this is important. This is important. So, I want to challenge you. If you like gossip, if you like drama, if you like talking about other people, that is the quickest way to keep your vibration at a crappy low level. You are not growing. You are not raising your vibration. You are not increasing your frequency. Gossip and drama is the quickest way. It's toxic. It's poison. It's the quickest way to bring you down. So, if you love gossip and you love that, then starting to tweak that, recognizing it and starting to tweak that is very important. Another way to manage that emotional state is to create a frame of gratitude. Instead of complaining, let's lift up. Let's look at the good. Now, I'm not talking about changing everything to rainbows and unicorn dust. And, I know that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is seeing the inherent good in something. And sometimes when something negative happens to me, I almost kind of get excited because I know it was put in my path to either protect me from something worse down the road, or it happened for a reason, for my highest good and my benefit. When you start viewing the little um, inconveniences of life as a as a support versus something negative, that changes your outlook. So a little bit of gratitude. Actually, gratitude, I like to call that guns of gratitude. It is a powerful weapon for warfare today out there in the world. I mean, we just have to have some gratitude. Another way is to help with your emotional state is, I talk about this all the time, affirmations. You need to talk to yourself nicely. Don't be bullying yourself. Don't be talking down to you and being a bully to you. You wouldn't tolerate that from someone that you interact with. Don't tolerate it from yourself. So, affirmations to build that confidence, to remove doubt. Now, in the beginning, when you do affirmations, they feel kind of lame and kind of dumb and kind of stupid. And then as you do them consistently, it's kind of like a new haircut. You just grow into it, or even a dance move you don't know. Next thing you know, you're dancing just like a pro. So give it some time and just work with the affirmations that speak to you and do it repetitively. And then as you're watching that emotional state, choose to feel expansive. Be expansive, shoulders out, chest out. Feel like you're expansive and things are going in your favor and things are going for the good of all, versus feeling restrictive or oppressed or, constricted. Work on carrying yourself and feeling the emotion of expansiveness. Another great way, some days I just wake up and I'm just beat down tired. So Whether I feel it or not, I say the positive words I need to hear. I cannot wait for the day. I cannot wait to see what unfolds. Um, I say those things to myself and I get ready for them to happen. And then I look for them. I look for them. Even if you feel kind of blah, smile. Smile. There is research that shows that when you smile, your brain goes, "Oh, we've got the smiling muscles going. Let's produce some endorphins." And so actually research has shown smiling to improve your mood even if you don't feel like you're happy. It will your brain is not that smart. Your brain will follow along with what your body does. And so a little bit of smiling will help change your mood. Along with that, laughing. I think laughing is the most wonderful, beautiful medicine. So when you have an opportunity to laugh, laugh. Um, there is laughing exercises out there that will promote you to laugh. If you need to go look at, babies laughing on videos to get your laugh on, go do that. If you need to watch horse farts to get your laugh on, do that. Get some laughter on, and that will help change that emotional state as well too. Dance. Dance in the kitchen, dance in the shower, dance as you're getting dressed for work. Listen to uplifting music. I could go into some data on some research on some frequencies to listen to, but really, music, uplifting music, and dancing is a way to change that. One of the next optimal things besides the emotional state is to breathe, honey. You need to breathe. You may not realize that you're holding your breath. Nobody really pays attention to their breath, but your breath does so much stuff to your body. It will grab hold of your amygdala, that's your panic session, your section of your brain that wants to go into panic or anxiety. Breath tells that portion of your brain, now, hang on, settle down, settle down. Breathing does so much for us. It also is your direct line to get things down to a brainwave where your intuition comes in better. It comes in more clear. So breathe. There's several breathing exercises out there, and maybe I would love to. I have a friend who does exceptional breath work, and so I'm going to ask her and see if she'll come on and do a breath work session with us, and you'll see for yourself the difference. It's a great thing to do for your vibration is to breathe. The third thing I want to talk about with your vibration and your frequency is take care of your body. Take care of your body. Your body, your mind, and your spirit are all interconnected. If you're filling your body with lots of booze, junk food, not getting enough rest, if you're not hydrated, if you're being isolated in the home, then your vibration's going to go lower. Go for a walk. Get outside. Earthing, just being outside with nature has a lot of physical response. Our body responds physically to it. So that also impacts our spiritual and mental as well. So get outside, touch a tree. If it's not too cold, maybe go barefoot in the grass a little bit. Grab a little bit of natural light. We are so conditioned in this world right now with artificial light, but natural light is so good for your vibration. It's so good for your intuition. Just about 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day of natural light will do wonders for you. Those are all things to shift that frequency to help raise that vibration. Now, when I talk about your vibration being at a level, like if you have self-worth already, you're not going to lose that. You're not going to go down a level of vibration and lose your self-worth. You're always going to be there. But If you don't have self-worth, you don't have self-love, you don't have authenticity, you don't have those core values, there's things that can help you get to that level just as simply as exploring your emotions, your emotional intelligence, maybe doing a little bit of something called shadow work, um, doing a little bit of therapy, making the choice to start being the more powerful you and acting like the future you would. Those are all things to help that vibration as well. The benefits are amazing. Now, listen, I talk about intuition with higher vibration. A low vibration person can be very intuitive. Intuition is something that's built into the body. Vibration does not take that ability away. However, your vibration can impact the clarity of the information coming through. So, low vibrational, low frequency folks are not going to be able to intuit the messages as well. Also, some of the benefits of a high vibration is less anxiety. You have more enjoyment in life. You enjoy the day, the present moment that's right here now in front of you instead of just getting through it. Instead of just waking up, get through it, go to sleep, repeat. Wake up, get through it, go to sleep, repeat. No, higher vibration, every moment becomes powerful. Every day is a beautiful day. It's totally different. So you have less anxiety, more enjoyment of life, and that amygdala that likes to yell and scream, and cause panic in your brain quietens down quite a bit. All this helps you have clearer thinking, less overwhelm, and improved memory. Improved memory. I know that's a big one for a lot of folks. Your creative flow now has more room to flow. You sleep better. You have lower cortisol levels. And those lower cortisol levels, you also have decreased inflammation in the body, better immunity, less disease and health problems. So, vibration is important, but remember, it's body, mind, and spirit. So, you have to attack all. You have to attack that emotional state, the, the way that you think, the way that you care for your body. It's very magical. It is such a great way to live life instead of living it as wake up, get through the day, go to sleep, repeat. So let's see here. I think we got some comments. Let me just take a peek real fast. So, oh, look, Mona. Yes. Hey, Mona Wonderpendo. I'm so glad to see you. Hey. And Luz, oh goodness, I needed this today. Listen, girl, you are a high vibe woman, but even high vibe women can have low frequency days. And so you go make those low frequency days higher ones. You go own it, sister. You want to vibrate at a level that the future you would be proud of. Would the future you down the road, that better version of you, would do a slow clap? They would say, "That's my girl. That's my girl. She got through that." And a lot of it does depend on our thinking. Like even before I got on the live today, I had my beautiful white sweatshirt because I love wearing white. Since I was a young woman, I loved wearing a crisp white shirt. Well, immediately I dropped pizza on it. And so I got a big stain. So I had to change out of that. So I'm like, then I'm getting frustrated because I had technical difficulties on setting up my live. So then I'm getting frustrated. I had to get up, go change my clothes, and walk away and take a breath. Change that. I just had to walk away from it for a little bit, take a breath, and then act like I was on a freaking roller coaster. I've used this example to 3 people today. We can be on the roller coaster of life, just gripped to those bars, scrunched down, just going, oh my God, I hate this the whole time. Or we can relax that grip. we can take a breath, we can look at the view, and when we go down the big slides, we can go wee. You can scream wee instead of being tortured the whole time. Just be on that rope, be the person who raises their hands on the roller coaster ride, because that is really what life is. You're going to have ups and downs, you're going to have twists and turns, you're going to have scary moments, you're going to have fun moments. But if everything is exhausting, depressing, you know, and a torture for you and it's no fun, then what's the point? So raise those hands. You're stuck on the ride. You're not going to get hurt. Just raise those hands and go wee and enjoy. Let's see what else we got. All right. Keisha wants to say, you're speaking everything my soul knows. That's because you're a high vibrational woman. And if you're really aligned with this, then you understand. I mean, you just totally get it. I do know some lower vibrational folks, and I love them dearly with my heart, but they're just on the path in their life where they're not there yet. It's it's not something I can fix. It's not something I can do. It's not something I can force or expect them to do. The only vibration that I can control is my own. And even me, sometimes I do what I call chumming the waters. You know how shark, you put blood in the water, the shark just goes in a feeding frenzy. It's just chum the water. Sometimes I can be the person that chums my own waters and puts me into a frenzy. And I look up and I go, God dang, I am making this a problem and it's not a problem. I am working myself up by feeding into it, by chumming my own waters. And so I have to step back and go, no, 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 no. We're not going to chum these waters. We're going to enjoy this ride. So yes, it is. It's part of it. It's just part of living life. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any questions. I cannot tell you how even high vibrational people, we're so tough on ourselves. We think we're not high vibrational. And we look at that person that looks like they're living a high vibration life, but you are that person, even if you don't realize it sometimes. If you have a little bit of emotional maturity, compassion, some authenticity, some self awareness, you can be the bigger tuning fork. You can put out that vibration. You can lead a team that's disgruntled and not working together. You can overpower that vibration and bring them up to speed to where they're vibrating on your level. It's not about them changing, it's about you. You be you. You vibrate and don't bring yourself down, and you just be a big old tuning fork and just emit that frequency out there. Um, for you, really for you. Like I said, it brings in more clarity, clearer thinking, better sleep, better health. All that is tied in scientifically. Even our hearts and our brains that emit a vibration, a frequency that can be measured scientifically. When it is different when it's with an elevated frequency versus a lower frequency. There is a sweet spot where you're not going too fast, but you're not going too slow, and it just is big, especially if you can get that heart and that brain to synchronize together and be what they call in coherence. And that's a beautiful thing. So it's all about watching how you think, how you care for your body, making sure that you take care of yourself, that you're constantly growing emotionally, mentally, and and that you're giving yourself props for when you need it. That you're doing the thing that the future you is going to slow clap for. So let's see. Do we have any other questions before we close? I just want to challenge you to look at that vibrations. It's not all about rainbows and butterflies. It's about living life. It's about enjoying the moment. It's about living intuitively. It's about living compassionately and living as a role model and a leader for others that helps others. And it's just a beautiful thing to do. Our energy does commingle. So, heck, I want my energy to be big. I want it to be strong and I want it to be healthy. So, let's see if we got any questions here. I don't think I see any. Listen, pick one thing to change this week. Just either one attitude, one thing to do for your body, go for a walk. Just pick one thing. Do it with intention and see how magical your week is going to be. We're all energetic, magical beings. So I'm challenging you to pick something and heighten that vibration. I'll do the same, and you go be magical, and we will see you next week.